Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for your yoga practice. So this yoga flow is going to be a bedtime yoga flow. So it's perfect to help wind down before we go to bed. It would be a really nice evening time flow as well, even after work. So you don't necessarily have to do it right before bed. So it's just a nice gentle practice to help soothe and ground our body. So, yeah, we'll get started. We're going to get started in child's pose. So, for this, let's bring the big toes to touch, knees to touch, sink your hips towards your heels, and you can walk your arms out in front of you, resting your forehead towards the mat. Breathing deeply here. Nice, slow, deep breaths, starting to ground our energy down. As you inhale, noticing the gentle rise of your back body. And as you exhale, the gentle fall of your back body. Noticing how on the inhale, the lungs expand in all directions. And how on the exhale, your lungs gently contract and settle. We'll just be here for 2 more nice, deep, conscious breaths, becoming present. Arriving onto your mat. When you're ready, we'll walk both hands over to the left hand side. They might even come off your mat. Getting a nice stretch into your right side body. 2 breaths here. Breathing deeply. And then walking your hands back to center and over to the other side. Off to the right. Feeling a stretch down along the left side of your body now. One more breath all the way into the belly. Slowly we bring our hands back to center and make your way onto tabletop, all fours. So your hands stack underneath your wrist, knees underneath your hips. Let's wake our spine up with some cat-cows. Inhale, belly drops towards the floor, pull chest through the arms. Exhale, reverse that, tuck the tailbone, puff out through the upper back, chin to chest for cat. Inhale, belly drops, cow. Exhale, pull the belly up and in, dome out the upper back, cat. Last one, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to neutral tabletop position. Let's make some circles here. So big circles with the hips. Starting to sink the hips back towards heels. Coming all the way around. And then back again. So circling the hips. And we're also circling around the wrists and waking up our wrists nice and gently. We'll change direction of our circles. So you kind of come back into a little bit of a child's pose with these circles as well. And then from here, back to tabletop. Whatever way works for you, slowly coming to lower down onto the belly. for Sphinx. So our feet are hips width distance apart or a little wider, toes are untucked. Then we bring our elbows underneath our shoulders. We can interlace the fingers here or have our palms resting down on the mat. Roll your shoulders down your back, create space for your neck, gaze is forward. 4 deep belly breaths. If there's any pain in the lower back or it feels like a little bit too much for your back, then just walk your elbows a little bit further forward, giving yourself a bit more space. And 2 more breaths here. And then from here, letting your elbows open nice and wide. Make a little hand pillow, stacking one hand on top of the other, and then resting your forehead down. From there, you're going to bring the left knee out to the side. So you're bending into your left knee, creating a 90-degree angle with the left knee in line with your left hip. For this half frog variation on your belly. So I'm just keeping my head up so I don't squish my microphone, but you can rest your head onto the mat, or your hand pillow actually. One more breath here. And then slowly bringing the left leg back from here, bending left knee in towards the left glute. See if you can reach back with your left hand and then start to guide the left foot towards the left glute. Getting a nice quad stretch here. Final breath. And then slowly releasing that. Let's do that on the other side. So we're bringing the right hip to be nice and open. So your right knee is off your mat, 90-degree angle at the knee, right knee in line with the right hip. Half frog variation of Sphinx. Breathing all the way to your belly. I think I said Sphinx, but I meant half frog lying on your belly, so you don't have to be up in Sphinx. When you're ready, slowly extending that right leg long once more behind you, bending into the right knee, bringing right foot towards your right glute, seeing if you can reach back with the right hand, and then guiding the right hip, the right foot towards the right hip. Breathing into that quad stretch on the right. One more breath here. And then slowly releasing out of that. From here, bringing your hands off the mat, but they're coming in line with your shoulders. Then you're going to come up onto the fingertips with little hollows created underneath your palms. If someone was to look at you head on, you're making the letter W with the elbows reaching to the ceiling. Cobra waves. Inhale, gently pushing into the fingers. Start to lift your head and chest up. Exhale, release. Inhale, we rise only as far as feels good for your lower back. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes under, pushing up to tabletop. This time, wide-legged child's pose. Big toes come to touch, knees open as wide as feels nice for your body. Sink your hips towards your heels, arms reach out in front of you. Pausing for a breath here. You can stay with this option, or if you'd like to, bending into your elbows, bringing the hands together in prayer position. Your head rests on the mat, and then you start to bring the arms back, or the hands rather, towards the back of your head. So you should feel a nice stretch into your triceps here, backs of the arms, into the shoulders, even into the chest. And I actually really feel this in my lats as well. It feels really good in the upper back. 2 more breaths here. And then slowly bringing the hands back to the mat. We'll just come to kneeling and then scoot our hips off to the side, coming into a seated cross-legged position. From here, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, right hand comes down beside you. Big stretch over to the right with the left hand, side body stretch through your left. Nice open chest, creating length in our left side body. Inhale, back to center, reach your arms up. Exhale, other side, left hand down beside your left glute. Big stretch for the right side body, creating space into your right side. One more breath here. And then we inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Right hand to left knee now. As your left fingertips come back behind you to act as a kickstand. Twisting. Inhale, reach tall through the spine. As you exhale, twist a little deeper. Maybe you gaze over your left shoulder. For your twist, you want to think of stacking your shoulders above your hips. So notice if you're kind of leaning back a little bit, and instead shoulders are above the hips. And if that means you need to come up onto your left fingertips, that's perfectly okay. Last breath here. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, other side. So left fingertips to right knee this time. Right hand back behind you. Inhale to create space. Exhale, twisting to the right. If it feels okay for the right side, maybe you look over your right shoulder. Last breath here. And then slowly coming back to center. From here, extending your legs out in front of you for a forward fold. You can always have a bend in your knees for this if you'd like. Toes flex back towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands can rest anywhere that works for you. The head and the upper back can round. Forward folds are really restorative and really soothing poses for the nervous system. Breathing deeply here. Last 2 breaths. Slowly rising up and out of that. Now the sole of the left foot is going to come in towards the right thigh, bending in the left knee. Janu Shirsasana. Right toes flex back towards you. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinging from the hips as we fold forward. Again, no pressure to try and force yourself to reach for the foot. Let your hands rest somewhere comfortable for you. Feeling the stretch into the left hip, lower back, right hamstring. And even in this pose, if you'd like to, and if there's any pain behind the right knee, definitely do this. You can bend your right knee. One more breath. Slowly rising up and out of it. Extend the left leg long. This time, bend into right knee, right sole of the foot in line with left thigh. Left toes are flexing back towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, we fold. Half butterfly or Janu Shirsasana on the other side. Your breath is long, all the way to the belly. One more breath. And then we'll slowly come up and out of that. Extending the right leg long. Let's forward fold once more. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, folding forward, Paschimottanasana. Your hands can rest anywhere that works for you again. Toes flex back towards you. Bend in the knees is always welcome. 4 more breaths here. Feeling the stretch all up along your spine. Slowly rising up and out of that. When you're ready, we'll just scoot up to the top of our mat and then nice and slowly, whatever way works for us, coming to lie on your back. Extending your legs long, reaching arms up overhead for banana asana. So you can hold onto the right wrist with your left hand here. And then we're going to walk both feet over to the bottom left-hand corner of the mat. Pick the chest and head up and then wiggle them over to the top left-hand corner of your mat. So you're creating the shape of a banana or a crescent moon. Side body stretch through the right. 4 breaths here. Feeling the stretch even into the right armpit. And if it felt good, you could even cross the right ankle over the left. Making sure here that both hips stay gluing into your mat. If the right hip starts to kind of pick up, then you're coming into a twist rather than a side body stretch. So both hips on the mat. Last deep breath here. Uncross the right ankle if it was crossed. Slowly walk head and chest back to center, followed by the legs. Other side. So now your right hand holds onto your left wrist. We walk both feet over to the bottom right hand corner. Then you pick your head and your chest up and you wiggle them over to the top right hand corner. Side body stretch, left side this time. If it feels nice to you, you could cross the left ankle over the right. 4 deep breaths here. Last breath. When you're ready, uncrossing your left ankle, picking head and chest up, bringing them back to your center, and then walking the feet back as well. Arms come back down beside you. This time we'll bring them out to a T here. We're going to bring our left knee into our chest. Use your right hand to guide the left knee across the torso and over to the right side of your mat. For this, you make sure your left shoulder stays earthed into the mat. And then if you'd like, maybe you look over the left fingertips. Reclined twist with a nice stretch into your left and hip as well. Pull deep abdominal. Last one. Slowly rolling back to center. Other side. Left leg goes long on mat. Right knee into chest. Right arm out to a T. Use your left hand to guide your right knee across your body. Right shoulder though stays rooting, earthing into your mat. And your gaze might be over the right fingertips if it feels good for you. 3 more breaths here. When you're ready, rolling both hips back to face the ceiling. We're going to bend into both knees. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide, reclined butterfly. Our last posture. You can rest your hands on your belly, down beside you, or maybe up above your head, holding onto opposite elbows. Choose a variation that feels good to you. 4 last breaths here in our reclined butterfly Baddha Konasana. When you're ready, bringing your hands to the outside of your knees, gently guiding legs towards each other once more. Coming to Shavasana, extending your legs long, arms down beside you, the palms face up. You can close your eyes here if it feels nice. Let's take 3 releasing deep breaths in our Shavasana to let go of any residual tension we might be holding on to. Inhale through the nose, fill your belly up with fresh oxygen. Exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. Inhale, breathing deep into the belly. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale. And exhale, sigh it out to release. You can pause the video here if you'd like and stay here for as long as feels good. Or if you're ready to finish this practice, slowly just wiggling through your fingers, rolling out the wrists. And then you can bring both knees into your chest nice and slowly. And whatever way works for you, Maybe you roll off to one side or maybe you roll up. We'll meet in a cross-legged position to close our practice together. When you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bringing your hands to prayer position at Anjali Asana at the heart. You can bow your head to your heart. Take a moment to really thank your body for all of the amazing things that it does for you every single day without ever being asked. And thanking yourself as well for taking this time out of your evening to look after your body, mind, and soul. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the space. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. Thank you so much. Bye.